Hi, I'm Molly Gold, home organization expert, and today we're talking senior year tips, your budget. If only someone had in my son's junior year told me how expensive his senior year would have been, I would have at least not been so shocked, regardless of whether or not I would have had just a little senior year special savings account set aside. I don't know about you, but if you've got kids in high school, you know that things are a lot more expensive than when we went to high school. And when it comes to the senior year, let me just give you the rundown of everything that you want to plan for. Of course, this is just what we've encountered in our school district, in our world. Every family is different, every school is different, and of course your budget is a personal decision about what you will and won't spend, and there's a lot of great ways to save money. But that's not what this is all about. This is just to give you an idea of what's coming, because it's a lot. Okay, first, ACT and SAT testing. Yes, they're changing the test in a few years, but the bottom line is you're still going to most likely follow the common level of activity, which is to take these tests 2 to 3 times per ACT and SAT, depending on what part of the country that you live in, at $50 to $75 a pop. You do the math, you're looking at about $300 in testing fees alone, if they're only $50. Okay, there you go. Senior pictures. They're often taken in the summer leading up to senior year, something that you want to do with a photographer. They are wildly priced, from very affordable to having somebody that you know and love with a great camera who's just a hobby photographer who takes amazing pictures, to very expensive packages with a professional photographer, or somewhere in the middle with the good old school service that offers a great traditional senior package like many of us may have had ourselves. $250 to $500 easily. Keep that in mind. Next thing, senior year parking pass. $175 to park on our campus. That's something that we prefer our child pay, but you want to know that that's coming so that you can let them know that's coming so that they can be ready to buy it. That also is something that happens usually in the summer, so you want to be aware of when those parking passes come available. You would hate to not be able to park on campus your senior year if having a car is something that is available to you when you're the student. Yearbook. $75 a pop for a hardcover, baby. Might be a little bit less if you order early, but that's, an average. Cap and gown, anywhere from $50 to $100, depends on what you order. Again, you can, through your cap and gown service, order a variety of other accessories, but at its minimum, it isn't cheap, just for the cap and gown. 2 things that have become optional with today's kids: Letterman's coat and class ring. Some kids are all in, some kids don't want to have anything to do with it. But the bottom line is a class ring is $300 to $400 and a Letterman's coat is $150. And both of these things you want to plan for. Ask your child, do they really think that they're going to want that? I wouldn't want to spend the money if it didn't get worn on either capacity. So keep that in mind. Prom, if they haven't gone before, do everything you can to encourage them to go their senior year simply for the tradition. They can go with a group of friends. It doesn't have to be a boyfriend-girlfriend thing. And there are so many cool things you could do to have an awesome prom these days, including the prom itself being really fun. But prom is going to run you between $200 and $300 at a minimum. Again, something that your child should pay for, but you've got transportation costs. We prefer them to ride in a bus so that they're safe. You've got the rental of the tuxedo, purchase of a dress or rental, all of those things. You've got the basic personal grooming. If it's a girl, that's going to cost you a whole lot more. And then, of course, you've got dinner and flowers, things to keep in mind. And then the final thing that goes along with what's happening through all these other very senior year specific things is it comes full circle to the college process. College applications run anywhere from $50 to $75 a pop. If your child applies to 3, that's another $150 or more, right there to $225. But you might have them applying to a lot more than 3. So just have that money tucked away so that you can be ready to go. Are you stressed yet? I know. When I look back and see all the money that we spent over the last year just to be a senior, holy cannoli. But it's been a great year, and I've got another one coming, so I'll know what to do for him. And I hope that these tips about your child's expenses during their senior year of high school, expenses that are unique just to the senior year, that this is a helpful post for you so you can plan ahead. Tell me, if you have a child in high school, what kinds of unexpected expenses did you encounter during the senior year? It's not a cheap year. An extra $2 grand comes in quite handy when all's said and done. I know, I'm just saying. Thanks so much for stopping by. We'll see you next time.